Okay, and for real this time, I swear to God, let's go.
It's called sweat equity.
Get it!
Listening to the Sweat Equity Podcast.
Now you're wearing no shirt.
I know. Why are you wearing a
But
shirt?
you somehow look less trashier than this one because I had fucked up cutting a t-shirt into a tank top.
Oh, yeah.
And so like there's always one nipple hanging out.
Yeah. Just one?
Well, I mean, at
Like
all
the-
times.
oh,
I
yeah.
can't even push it wide enough.
You can. Just
But it
hold
won't
There you go.
stay.
You rest it on your nipples.
Yeah, but I need nipple tape. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah. I guess.
Chicks
I
with big
mean-
gams.
Right.
Gams.
Big legs.
Big legs. Big honkers. Hooters.
We corrected that a long time ago.
I can't unfuck that. I don't know why.
Yeah, obvious. It's still saying it.
I don't think anybody corrected me until you.
Like,
my
what would you
teacher.
do without me?
Mm.
Just setting you straight on everything?
Well, I ruined a really good. What's our boy's name? What's the singer's name?
What?
What's
our boy's name?
Kenny
Jean-Claude-
Loggins.
Oh.
This is a Kenny Loggins tour shirt.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at it.
but it was like when this was a Christmas gift I got last year,
Right?
and it was like I didn't know you liked Kenny Loggins, so we got you a shirt from a concert you didn't go to
Cool.
from a tour, and I was like, thanks, and then.
That's still, I don't know.
No,
That's
it was
still kinda
nice. It was
cool.
nice. It was thoughtful. But it was like, shout out Kenny Loggins. When are you coming on the pod?
Come on, Kenny. Quit playing games with us.
I think we got to get past the social media team. But
Danger zone.
but it was like one of those Hanes beefy tee styles where the sleeves go over your elbows.
Right. I think we both have a similar timeline on pretty much all of our clothes. Everything turns into a tank top
Well, I need to make more.
eventually.
I've got more merch ideas.
Yeah, you had a good one the other day.
I can't even remember what it was.
The QR
the-
code.
Oh yeah, but it's tricky. That might take your design skills because that's I don't know how you can make a QR code look cool or not look like a QR code but be one.
Right. And still work.
Yeah,
That's the thing I thought you were going to say.
that too. But I mean, like,
If a shirt gets all wrinkled up, I feel like it would fuck it up immediately.
I guarantee it's been done
Yes.
somewhere. Someone's figured that out. That's like some real college design shit.
Yeah.
It's like, let's start a t-shirt company. Let's start a bar. Those are the two
Yeah.
Shark Tanks.
We're talking about selling T-shirts. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
But
I don't
we're
want to start
different.
a t-shirt company.
Yeah. Make somebody else do it.
I did look up to see. I had an idea for the company, the soda Squirt,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "There's got to be. There's no way I thought of this. A squirter, just ER. Put an ER on that logo, on the shirt. It exists everywhere.
Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, obviously. But I mean, you could design it.
I still might
yourself.
do it. Yeah,
You don't have to pay for it.
I saw one today at the gym that I was like, I might have to steal that. I won't steal jokes on stage, but I'll
Fashion.
merch ideas all
in a
day until
heartbeat.
I get a cease and desist. I saw one that said Tulum or Tulum, whatever that place is called.
Don't care.
The hot chick rehab yoga place in
Yeah,
Mexico.
I think it is Tulum.
Tulum Jungle Gym.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
Don't get it.
Like, you can climb all over them because it's only hot chicks that are there.
Oh.
Maybe that's a deep cut. Maybe
I
that's not
don't
even
know
what
if
it
it's
said.
obvious.
He was
Right.
about 100 yards away.
Don't know what it said.
Dude, I got fighter pilot eyesight.
I know, but still, if he's 100 yards away, it probably said something else kind of gym. What other kind of gym could it be? Jumping.
It definitely said jungle. I saw that part.
Okay, Jungle Book. Jungle. That's it.
Look,
That's
I'm
all
not
I
going to
know.
make it now. We're fine. It's not a good joke.
Okay.
I think that's kind of a deep cut. Maybe for the people that are.
Is there a joke I'm missing?
There's hot girls that climb all over them. You can climb all over them. I think was the subtext.
Yeah. But
What about a shirt that
why
says
would you
"Talk to the
climb all
hand"?
over
I don't
the-
know.
You fucking talk to the hand. But I'm saying like that makes it seem like they're all like giant Amazon women.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
I obviously don't understand
look.
this.
Tulum is just look it up on Instagram. Just Tulum hashtag. It is so fucking weird how this is like where hot girls go to take pictures on Instagram.
Oh. I don't know. Okay.
I'm former guest of
Homework
the show,
accepted.
Lana Calciadroni. I've seen posts from there.
Okay. I've definitely seen it spelled out.
She's easy on the eyes. You got something? I got a story.
Well, yeah, I do. I mean, I've got tons of stuff, but I was going to do it solo without you shitting on it.
Except you're not going to do it.
Yeah, I will. I really.
Prove it.
Look,
Prove
okay,
it.
I'll show you all the. I can at least show you my notes.
Oh, you got a set list.
Look, and I
Good.
can show it on the screen. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
For those listening,
We'll let
it
you-
looks like Billy. It looks like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison. Just a bunch of people to kill.
No, it's not. It's got all kinds of shit in there.
Well, I'm just
with
goofing.
links.
I'm just goofing, dude.
and good information.
So we want to try to do.
Well, I want to hear your story.
We want to get our feet wet in the Patreon waters,
Yeah.
or just have just see if that helps a little bit. And it's fun to fuck around a little.
Well,
bit.
I was gonna say, I think you're thinking of it the wrong way. It's not for Patreon. We're doing it for us. We don't have to be all businessy.
Right? No, we have we've had a lot of guests on. We're booked out pretty much for a while,
Yeah.
and it's a bunch of guests that are the
The comedy ceiling is evident.
yeah. I'm gonna be probably going into dick mode, like I've told you. Like
Yeah.
if they're boring, if they're a dud, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna hang up like Howard Stern used to do on people on
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah, I mean, that we might
Or-
be bringing people into it that we don't need.
I know.
Who says we need
I need.
guests?
Well, I've been lazy and just letting these bookers come to us, and
Right.
I need. To,
We have zero
I-
fucking.
I need to reach out to
pre-production.
people I want on.
Yeah.
Like there's attainable people. I think of Falling Stars. That would be the easiest kind of thing,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme is at the top.
But I bet
He's
there's a charity thing. Like if you donate X amount, he might
friend of the
come on.
program, John Paul Labadie of Tampaniac Pictures, and I have discussed this thoroughly. We've got a plan in place. Don't worry about it.
Like I want to get Vinny Tortorich on, like great nutritionist to the stars. Legit.
What?
I've talked about him before. He's the no sugar, no grains guy.
Okay.
He used to go on Corolla about every 3 weeks, but he was like the most practical nutrition guy, fitness guy. Because he'd be like, look, no sugar, no grains. But like, if you're gonna watch the games on Sunday, try to have a thin crust pizza or just enjoy it for the day. And then, tomorrow start over.
He sounds awesome.
No, he's just like practical. All these guys are like
Ooh.
David Goggins.
You know what this podcast needs? Practicality.
No, I'm saying he's practical, but he's figured out
What?
this no sugar, no grains thing before everybody else did.
Sounds like a big claim.
But he can talk about all the bullshit, why we have all this processed shit and all the companies that conglomerate to make the food pyramid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the new food pyramid. Did you
I
ever
mean-
see that?
Yeah.
It said Lucky Charms was
Improved.
better than steak.
Well, I think they're just talking about like vitamins and stuff like that, contents. I mean, yeah, dude, if you go down that rabbit hole, it's really depressing. This bottle of water, drinking millions of thousands of tiny plastic particles, apparently. That just,
See,
they're like, that's worse than anything you're going to drink.
I heard a while
I just
ago-
bought a full case of it.
Well, I try to I'll buy one and refill the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I do that.
But that
But
one,
that first bottle tastes the best.
but they, what's it called? I heard in the 90s about light refracting in there or whatever. And it,
Right.
with the plastic, and my mom used to keep those. She'd go to Sam's Club, forget they're in the back for, I don't know,
Right.
I
the
didn't,
station wagon with no tinted windows.
I wouldn't get them out because I'm a good kid in
Yeah.
high school.
Yep.
I didn't go, hey mom, let me grab that for you.
Yeah.
I was just like, Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing that right now. And she was like, didn't ask me. We had a kind of a Mexican standoff of just, you buy them, but you leave them in the Acura.
Yeah.
Legend. That's right.
So yeah, that we can blame a lot of stuff on that.
But it does, like, if I'm trying to figure out, like, that these bottled waters, like, having so many of those every day, it just has a feeling of just like, this can't be a net positive.
Really? I mean, really though, you drank 6 of these in a day, you wouldn't be like, I drink 6 of those bottles a day. I'm better than everybody else.
Like a small wins thing?
Right. I'm gonna drink more water.
Hey, I want a gold star. I'm gonna put this on social media.
Yeah, pretty much. Until it was like known that we're drinking plastic again. We don't know much anymore, man.
Bro, get that Brita. You got an ice machine. You can get a water machine. Machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
I know.
we should FaceTime the machine.
My whole point is I'm still sitting here drinking it. Is my point. It's like I gotta pick my battles here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go fucking nuts.
It's not high priority.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Andrew Huberman bros about like doing all like the 50 things he tells you to do every day, which is like a lot of it's 50. Like it's like a lot of shit. It's like,
right.
All right, you want to make sure in the morning that you're facing the west and getting some sunlight,
right.
As soon as the sun's far enough up in the east so that you need at least 20 minutes on your face at all times.
If you're out there longer than 20 minutes, you need to get sunscreen on. That's going to need to be at least 35, no more than 75.
So it's like,
oh my God, you want me to do all that shit for real? Like, I already do tons of shit like that.
And I wonder if he laughs. Like, he's a jacked scientist, so he's like, I'm just going to throw out all the shit
right.
to see what
anybody does it. Comes back superhuman.
No one's like me. No one's going to. That's probably all of his day is doing all these things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if that's your job, and then you make videos about it and sell courses on it, okay. But geez, I mean.
Well, no, just like UFC fans, he's got the bros, the knowledge bros, I guess. I don't know what you would call them. But
I don't know who you're referring to, though.
Just like, all right, I like UFC. I like watching a fight, but I hate the fans because the fans suck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of tap out shirts. It's a lot of like
this, just
shadow boxing.
Yeah, no, there's just like this like brewing aggression. Like you can just sense it in the air where it's like, oh man.
It's like what that Woodstock 99 thing tried to portray of like toxic masculinity. Did you ever see that?
No.
There's that Woodstock 99 documentary, and they're like, okay, so Limp Bizkit went up, and everyone fucking went crazy and grabbed tits. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty sweet already.
I mean, that's what they did.
And they're like, yeah, Korn after Alanis Morissette, probably not a good call. Or Alanis Morissette following Korn. It was like shit like that. Like,
Alanis made me so horny.
And they're like, show me your tits. Dude, you haven't seen it?
No.
I swear, I'm not even making that shit up. And they're like, it's all bros fighting in Jinkos, and like jeans way too big.
Yeah.
It's a lot of suburb white kids with angst.
Yeah. That was a very special time of fashion.
But it wasn't nearly as bad as this documentary makes it.
Right.
Which is funny because it was just like, we're taking a hard angle on this.
Yeah. I mean, it was just around that concert. That's it.
Woodstock 99?
Yeah.
I mean, it was big.
I get that, but I mean,
a colossal failure. Like, they didn't have, so they did 95. You remember that? We're in 5th grade. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
It was like they brought Woodstock back, or 94, I should say. It was 25 years after Woodstock 69.
Okay.
And so 94 went off really well. But 99, they didn't like do anything different 5 years later. So that they put it in a military base. So it's all asphalt instead of grass on like a hill. There's no bathrooms.
Oh my God.
There's like no water. And then all these angsty white kids just start lighting the shit on fire. You don't remember those stories about all the fires and stuff?
Not really. I mean, Faintly, now that you bring it up, but I mean that was not stored in my long-term brains.
And I've been up in that area. There ain't shit around, dude. Like, it's not like, okay, I'll just get to the next town over.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little bit of a hot, it's fucking 30 miles to like something legit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta watch that.
It's, I think it's on there's two of them that came out at the same time. I think the HBO one's the one that is a little bit lamer, more trying to be really woke.
Oh, okay.
Which
How's your neck feel?
terrible.
I'm just sitting here stretching my back.
Yeah. What was funny is
old.
I didn't know. I was like, why do I have a stinger? What's a stinger? I don't even know. I just get my hypochondriac hole.
Stinger was one of those football coach terms that were like, you're one step away from paralysis.
Your nerves.
But you got to get the hell back in that game once you start to feel your toes again. Like that, I feel like a stinger is probably one of the most. I don't actually know what it is, but it's definitely something to do with your nervous system.
I only heard them in shoulders.
Yeah, but it would radiate like
maybe because that's because you could walk and stuff. If you get in your leg, you're out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sad about the Bucks losing.
Yeah.
And our quarterback probably going to the Vikings, but we don't have to keep it to the foosball talk.
Is that already the word?
Vikings making a run for him. They're done with Kirk Cousins and DeSantis had the same. They have the same like glassy-eyed look of like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
Is this all there is?
That quarterback documentary show on Netflix.
Oh man,
with Kirk Cousins, and you're like, oh man, I didn't think I was gonna feel bad for him.
Whatever my wife says.
Well,
right, honey.
He is like happy and content in like that very Christian lifestyle. That's fine. But like him, like
it's deeper than that.
But like replaying all the plays that he fucked up and carrying that with him, he's just like sitting by himself next to a fire outside. Dad needs to think for a little bit.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he's much more than football.
No, I just saw a tweet from him. It was like, the kids and
football.
Every Friday, we've been watching a new Disney movie. They're really good. And like,
oh my God.
It is like,
have you guys heard of these?
He's like a puppy.
Right.
But a puppy that got like shell shocked.
Right. He was like raised by wolves only to play football.
Well,
no movies.
I was, what was I going to say? I got story time.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear the story.
I don't think I told you this.
No. I didn't even know what you were talking about. You gave some acronym for somebody, and I was like,
oh, no. That's the second story.
Okay.
That I will rant, bitch.
Okay.
This one's, I did the Sunshine Comedy Festival.
Uh-huh.
Inaugural comedy festival. First one in Tampa Bay, I think. There's like 100 comics on it.
Oh, okay.
No big names really, but a lot of good comics, I would say.
Right.
But I need to work on my street cred in the scene here because I got none after putting in a lot of sweat equity into the scene and producing shows and like I'm an old fag walking around these comedy shows. Like yeah, we'll put you up sometime. Just email me,
right?
You know, like I'm like, oh no, I have to like.
Just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, Grandpa.
I don't get asked to go on shows. I got to go asked. Ask them.
I think I give it one more try.
I got no juice, so maybe I just suck on stage when they see me. So both can be true.
I don't know. I haven't been around this dynamic.
So
for you,
so I did a show in a movie theater for 10 people in St. Pete.
Cool.
That was neat.
That's awesome. That's like perfect scenario.
I got what you would call the D Squad shows.
Uh-huh.
I got on 2 shows for the whole festival, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Happy to be on it. And then our buddy and former guest on the show, Robbie Slowick, got to do the goddamn comedy jam, which is where they get comedians to sing like with a badass backing band.
Uh-huh.
So
that's cool.
Our buddy Robbie got to do that. And I was like, cool, yeah, I didn't want to.
I did something like that.
Yeah?
No, I'm being...
Oh, I was going to say, what's your song? Yeah, I'm high.
No.
So the last day is Sunday, right before MLK. I'm like, okay, it's a late show. It's a 9 p.m. show, but it's MLK. Some people have off.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I had off.
Some people, but like half, like,
Well, if you didn't have off, your boss is a racist. Simple.
I'm like, how do you not have off if you run an office?
Right.
Like, how's there not like lawsuits and
Right. That is
fucking
surprising.
bad PR?
Man. I was like, no, we worked that day. We just
bank
blast
schools
right through
are
it.
like, no way.
Right.
You know, but like,
we wouldn't dare.
but some other shit's open. I'm like, well,
yeah, we got to make money.
So I'm like, usually those are fun when there's like a holiday on a Monday and it's a late show on a Sunday. Those can be really fun because people are going nuts.
Yeah.
There's only 40 people, seats 240. That's nice.
More than 10.
So it's at Side Splitters, which I love, my favorite club. But I didn't read the show's description until I was on the drive up there.
Uh-huh.
And the show was called Paid or Pain. So you do a set and they decide if you get paid for the set, you know, for your time and effort and doing stand-up.
Uh-huh.
Or they decide if you get hit by a dominatrix with a bunch of weapons on the stage. And I'm like,
wowie.
I'm not down with this. As soon as I was like,
oh my God.
So
continue, please.
So dude, racing through my head, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Look, I said this on stage too. I go, oh, stand up? It's not hard enough. It's not that hard. Let's just add another element where you get fucking bludgeoned.
Yeah. Or else publicly, by the way.
So there's 3 judges on stage.
Oh, good.
So they're stage right, and they're behind me about 3 feet. To my left, stage left, I can see the dominatrix sitting on a stool next to all the
sharpening her blades.
A cat of 9 tails.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A huge paddle, a small paddle, some ball stuff, like ball gaggy stuff that I didn't get that good of a look.
Okay.
So the show,
they blindfolded you, I'm sure.
Show goes like this. The guy who produced it is the host. I've never met him.
Always a great sign.
Well, here's a great sign too. The owner of the club put that guy on an email with all the comics on the show and said, hey, he's going to give you any directions or whatever, give you any heads up. Never emailed us.
Right.
Cool. So that's nice. So,
whoa.
And I never want to fuck up a set at this club because I love it. I don't want him ever to not book me.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I want to actually try when I do sets there. Because the owner,
I'm so nervous for you right now.
The owner watches people. Is like the only guy who owns a club and actually watches comics. So they're like, okay, we'll choose random numbers. You know, I got first, of course.
Yes.
And one guy wasn't even there yet, and I was like, he should go first if he gets here in time.
Not me though.
But I'm already doing I'm trying to strategize in my head. What bit am I gonna do for this?
Right.
Because I'm not down with getting hit.
No, who would be? Because you know they're gonna lay into you.
I'm not down for the actual pain part. Because what I was worried about is I do have a switch, and I do get.
Give me that paddle.
I don't think you've ever seen me get white hot, like just I black like white out or whatever.
Yeah. No.
Haven't done it in a while, but it's gonna be when my kids get a little older, when they're teenagers, it's gonna pop out again. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I got that
Those days are over.
Dad rage in me. It's still there.
I mean, it depends. Not at the kids, though.
No. I'm saying just situations. They're gonna get in trouble, and I'm gonna get fucking, or someone's gonna fuck with them. And
right,
I'm
a
lose
teenage kid, boys. Yeah, for sure. Actually.
Oh, I almost do it now, and they're like 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And I want to be like, what happened?
Right.
They have a fucking teacher that clowns my daughter, and I'm like, who is this? Is this a helper guy? And she's like, no, he works there. He's 21. I'm like, and she would come in the car crying and being like, what he said's not really that bad, but he's making her cry. And I'm like, if this happens again, I'm walking in there And I'm gonna be like, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already said something to him.
Oh, I was gonna say like that's an easy
Well,
conversation.
like he was opening the door for them to come out, and my daughter's like, "That's him, that's him," because I was like, "I need to know who this guy is.
Right.
I need information," and so she pointed him out, and I go, "Oh, you're Mr. AJ." I don't care.
No, I know.
And he's like, "Yeah." He's 21, like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Heard not so great things. You're talking to my daughter," and he was like, "Huh?" And I was like, inside, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. This
Yeah.
scared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have that part of me, but I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, if I hear it again, we're going to have to talk like outside here. And then I just got in my car and left. And I was wearing a ratty white trash shirt like this.
Right. I'll go back to jail.
Oh, no, I was like fake. You know how you can kind of like,
Yeah.
like fake flex a little bit?
Yeah.
And in my
kind of
20-year-old Yukon,
Yeah.
I tried
You
to
look
give up.
like you got nothing to lose.
That's exactly what I was going for, dude. That was my motivation.
Fucking crazy, bro.
All right, back to this show, the stand-up show. So the show goes like this. Host goes up, a comic does 10 minutes, and then I'm up. And I'm like, fuck, okay. I had a set prepared, but now I was going to
That's out the window.
do some other shit. Yeah, that's gone. I got 5 minutes, which sucks, dude.
Oh, man. Or you get whooped.
5 is rough, dude.
Dude.
Now,
Yeah, I know.
that earlier that day, I had been watching Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay, talking about his 4.340 time. He read 3,000 books a year as a kid. But he actually, all that shit, those two things really fucked him up on the real shit he was talking about, like Cedric the Entertainer. He's like, guy's not funny. He doesn't sing. He doesn't dance. He ain't no entertainer. You know, like, have you watched that yet?
No.
Dude, that's one of the best podcasts you'll ever. And Shannon Sharp's just like, doesn't say shit. He's just asking questions.
Okay.
Cat Williams goes, it has 57 million views.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
I got all kinds of shit I gotta watch.
So I'm getting I kind of was thinking about, I was like, if a hood comic was here, would they ever put up with this shit?
Right.
Fuck, and no one would even try them.
Right.
Like no one's getting in their face, right?
Yeah.
And then I go, you know what?
I'm so hood.
No, I go, no one's gonna stop me. I didn't sign any waiver.
Right.
What are they gonna do?
Just be like, if you hit me, I'm gonna sue the shit out of this place.
No, well, I don't want to do that because I love the owner and the club. But I'm saying like, the guy producing this show and hosting. What's he gonna do if he puts his hand on me? Then I'm gonna fight him on stage. Like I'm running through scenarios, dude. And I'm like, this guy might be able to kick my ass too. This would be really bad.
Tito Ortiz promotions.
So I get in my head. So I get in my head. I'm like,
joking around.
I got a good 5 minutes. Riffed about how this is bullshit. On stage, 2 comedian buddies of mine and the owner.
On the stage with you.
On the stage.
What? Just waiting in line?
Judges.
Oh, those are the judges. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, dude. This is going to be rough. And the guy who goes before me, David Wayne, does 10 minutes. He does well, but like they're not into the aggressive jokes either. Because I was like, I'll just tell this squirter story.
That was my go-to. Oh, I guess the squirter bit's out is what I was gonna
like,
say.
Oh, they're not feeling that. Well, it's as extreme as I got, I think. Right. I mean, you can't really shock anybody, but I'm like, they like it grimy.
Right.
I don't think the crowd knew what this show was either until they walked in. And so, because the festival passes with like $150 for the 4 days.
This is part of the festival.
Yeah, this is the last show on the festival.
Oh,
yeah,
that's kind of bullshit.
And also, I'm like, oh, this could be cool. Maybe all the comics will go up to the club after everything's done.
Right,
I was
get their whooping.
Oh, I didn't know there's the party in St. Pete, so I'm over here, in Tampa. The fun party is in St. Pete.
FaceTime me if you could.
So, and Dave Williamson, who's been on the show, who opens for Bert Kreischer, who's the only other Auburn stand-up comedian I know, he hit me up later. I'll go back to the show. So I do the 5 minutes. I give it a B minus. It's good enough, right? But these fucking assholes on stage, I know because they know me and they want me to get hit no matter what. I could have fucking Def Jam comedy, Bernie Mac set.
Sinbad style.
Right. I could have fucking leveled the room and it wouldn't have mattered. Because one of them told me beforehand, fuck you, JJ Curry. He was like, I want to see you get hit. And I was like, JJ, I'm going to hit you, dude. I'm going to fucking, and then I'm going to run. I'm going to do the knockout game and just run away.
Okay.
So they all say, you had a good set, but pain. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. And so I just walk off stage. I just walk, I make a beeline all the way to the back and grab my stuff.
Didn't look back.
Well, this sounds cooler, but they were like, no, the audience votes. And I go, okay. So I walk back on stage. The audience votes. And he's like, you shouldn't have left the stage. You probably would have gotten paid. And I was like, I don't need to be here at all. And he just left. Oh, the other thing is, they're talking shit to you. You have no mic. So there's not a mic for me to talk shit back.
Oh, cool.
So I have to yell back so everybody can hear. Like, fuck you!
It was funny, though. I thought it was.
I'm like, come on, man! And again, I was like, they would never do this to a hard black comic.
No.
There's no fucking way. So I was like, no one's going to stop me. And if anybody gets in my way, I'm going to go ballistic.
Right.
I'm already in that mindset. It's a go. And and then I was also like, I don't want anybody to touch me because then it's going to be a go time. Because I know the other comics in the back of the room are going to be like, don't leave. What the fuck you're doing?
Yeah.
So walk off stage again after the crowd gives me pain. And I go, okay, bye. And I just walk off. The guys call me a pussy. As I'm walking, he's just confused. He doesn't get it. I'm like, I just did this a second ago. I told you, I ain't doing this.
Right.
I don't care about the honor of someone calling me a pussy. Oh, sorry, sir. I should go back and do this.
Yeah.
Show I didn't want to do now once I found out what it was. Also, it's not fun. It's not that funny.
Right.
Right. Like
it's just kind of like.
It's not wild.
It's just kind of gross.
Well,
it's just kind of like sadistic.
Well, it is a dominatrix. She does S&M stuff. So, but I walked.
What? That's so weird.
Right.
I want to see this guy that came up with this.
I know the dominatrix chicks. She had Lemieux in her name. That's all I can remember because I was gonna try to riff something with that.
Claude Lemieux.
Well, I was like, you ain't no
Mario.
Yeah, you ain't no Mario. You ain't no Yarmary Yaga. So I walk off stage. I make a beeline.
Who was Mario Lemieux with the hockey stick?
And so I have my nerd bag. I have my phone filming this on a tripod, and I look like I'm late for a flight because I'm trying to grab everything in one movement and like stuff it in there.
Yeah.
And while they're calling me a pussy, one of the comics is like, "Hey, where are you going?" And like reaching out, and I was like a scat back. I hit the R2 button and like, nope, and just kept walking.
Right.
Went out to my car, left, drove away. So I get a
pretty much as good as that could have gone.
I get a DM from Dave Williamson. He's like, "Hey man, I just got up to it's like midnight." He's like, "I just got up to the club. Where are you?" And then the next one was like, I heard you got pissed.
You're a huge pussy.
I heard you got pissed and ran away. And I was like, no, dude, this is what happened. And I gave him kind of bullet points. And I was like, it was a pretty cool night. And he's like, yeah, that's fucking horrendous, man. So,
oh my God.
So
terrible.
I was like, look, I'll do a themed comedy show, no problem. But like, it has to add value.
Right. The hot wings thing. People are funny when they have hot stuff, like when they're uncomfortable from eating hot wings. That's funny.
Hot ones, where you do stand-up comedy after eating 14 million Scoville scale, wings. I had that whole crowd in unison calling me a pussy.
Right. But in a fun way.
No, not really. It was like a sporting way. It was like, boo.
Yeah, but it was fun for them.
And part of me was like, I've been the heel before. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I've had crowds hate me, which I prefer than nothing, honestly. But
yeah,
I've been around the block. I've got gray pubes. You know,
Yeah.
I've been doing this a while. So, like, I've had shows where you eventually so don't give a fuck and they so hate you
Yeah.
that you just almost relish in it.
Yeah.
And so part of me is like, this is a little Kaufman-esque. I was like, oh, it wasn't seen that way at all.
Yeah.
They just thought I had a hissy fit and left.
You should have just called just explained what was going to happen on stage. I mean, I don't know what you said.
I thought it
about
would have
the
been
show.
funnier just to leave.
I don't know.
But my thing was like, I'm a fucking man, dude. You're not going to make me do this stupid.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
And like, what? I just squeal like, eh.
Yeah. And what do you get out of that?
I don't get paid?
Right.
You should get paid if you get paid.
Right.
Pain. What's it called? Are you getting Mike Gundy? Coach Mike Gundy of Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid.
Don't say pussy.
I'm not a kid.
I'm not a
I'm not
kid.
a bitch ass kid like these kids.
Well, more story time.
Okay.
Unless you got something.
No, I know.
We can't take from your set list?
No.
You got nothing?
No, mine's themed.
Okay. Aliens?
Yeah. But it goes beyond that, bro.
Man.
But mostly, yeah.
This will be exciting. It'll be like watching your schizophrenia happen.
Yeah. It'll be evidence one day.
No, dating life stuff, nothing?
No.
I mean, you don't want to talk about that. We're having a good convo.
What is there
about
to talk about? Nothing to talk about.
I think you're downtrodden about it.
I just don't think I want to.
You're asexual
I'm over
now?
it. I'm over it.
What do you mean?
It's not worth the effort.
What are you like? What do you? Are you putting your
It's
coat
not.
down when it rains on a puddle?
No.
For her to walk?
No. I'm over it.
But what I'm saying is the targets you might have, because
Well,
it's like
listen,
Legion.
For me personally, right now I have plenty of other things pressing that I should be focusing on.
That's true.
And that's about the end of it.
Is that
So I'm like,
what you're
really
telling
just
yourself?
Yes. Don't ruin that.
Well,
for me.
the good news is I don't have to talk you into getting back into it because you'll get horny enough. You'll be like, God, I need to fuck up. Every guy gets so horny, they're like, I gotta make something happen.
I think I'm past that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think I am past that, actually. Yeah.
So no, why no? But the dating app one, it could be very transactional.
I know, but I don't even want to put the fucking information into the dating app. Like, you need 3 pictures. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out.
Really, dude? This is something you can do while shitting.
I know, but I don't know. Don't want to.
It can, if you don't like texting like I don't, it can be kind of a pain in the ass to keep conversations going.
Right.
You can use my cake or pie, dude. Best opener.
Ugh. No.
No,
See,
it's
I hate it already.
It's a psych test to them, though.
Yeah, I know.
But it's fun.
I just don't feel like doing that with somebody. Oh, let's get into your psyche. Nah.
Okay.
People have
You're
too much
sad boy.
shit going on. I'm not sad. I just don't feel like learning somebody new. Pretty simple.
Really, dude?
Kinda, yeah.
You're tapped out on people. You're
Kind
done
of
with.
over it.
You got to lose a couple then. You got to like cut them off.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like March.
like being
March
a teacher.
Madness.
Also, I have like 900 new names, personalities I'm dealing with every day.
So little kids are taking your dating life.
They're taking
They
my
are-
energy.
They are your dating life.
No, what?
You date little boys.
No.
All right.
It's just like,
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that. I'd be good for an hour.
I do
I'd be
think
like, "Ugh,
it's like
I don't wanna
it should be
stand
like the
up."
Israeli military. Everybody should have to do it for a year.
Mhm. Like working in a bar or restaurant. Everyone should have to do, or some kind of customer service or something.
I mean,
kinda
even if
is
it's maybe a year's crazy, maybe you have rotations, and that's how we became communists. But really, like teaching Maybe even police officers would be another good one to make everybody do.
Yeah, that might be all right.
I don't know.
I definitely think Karl Marx, if he was in these times, he would be that douche that picks up the acoustic guitar at a party,
Right.
that's hanging on the wall,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Just gonna jam something.
I
real
got a little
quick.
something for you,
Yeah.
and dumb chicks love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
my God, like the movies.
well, and it'll be like,
Mhm.
he wrote that, and it'll be like, oh, singer songwriter no one's heard of,
Right.
Just stole it,
Yeah.
made his own thing.
Yeah.
He definitely wears like a beanie when it's 90 degrees.
Ugh. Yeah.
A lot of
Don't like it.
necklaces.
Yeah. Leather bracelets.
Wow, I used to have one, so I'm not gonna dog that.
Mm.
But it was my friend Brendan's belt that I cut up and just made it.
Oh, the sign of dominance.
He left it at my place in
I
college.
took his pants.
I took his
It's
virginity.
his trophy.
Yeah, that's a notch on the belt.
Right. Literally.
How long? We've been going a while. I
Yeah.
can save this story for next time
Oh yeah, we've been going.
because I don't. I told this story earlier to someone, and I was like, I need to work the beats out to make this at least somewhat funny.
See how much easier, how much longer we went easily, just you and me bullshitting without all these important business people.
Well, I think part of it, again, back to what we were saying, we need to reach out to guests we want on rather than picking from the ones we
Yeah, I guess so.
like. We can get Carl the Truth Williams.
You think so?
Bro, what's he doing?
Third and Williams,
Yeah, I want some of these, like, I want to find.
Riedel Anthony.
Honestly, I think we can get some traction with the show if we find some of these, like, here's this Micro Machines guy. Like,
Bro, that's a get.
someone everybody knows but is not famous now and would
Yeah.
be happy to talk to us.
Right. But people be like, for really got that guy?
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Uh,
Okay, so Micro Machines guy.
Like George Zimmerman.
The Micro Machines guy, we could be done in like George. Zimmerman. Oh, let's get Kaylee Anthony on.
I was really looking up Google Trends of like 2014 and trying to see, like, is there some random people in this group of searches that would be gettable?
Yeah. George Zimmerman would probably do it.
He might be booked out. He might be doing the circuit for, that
Right.
that contingent.
Or he might be in prison. I don't actually know.
Well, I know white people, the white bad people were like, well, he ain't one of us. He's definitely not German. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do with him.
But there's got to be some, like, Tim Dorsey was one of them, but he just died. He was one of my favorite authors.
Always known for speaking skills.
He actually is funny. He's like a fucking weirdo.
Oh, not anymore. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be remember that video of the two white trash girls boxing or like fist fighting, and then
The video,
what? I'm
the
not
one.
done. And then one of them hits him with the shovel at the end.
No,
You've never seen that?
probably, but I don't, it's not that memorable.
I bet. Oh yeah, we could break that whole game film down with
Okay.
them. All right.
Well, yeah.
We
should do more solos. My point.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
get your
down.
commitment now.
I'm down. This is just
Okay.
like
All right.
Toodles.